Hey pros, Crystal here from Elite Total Body Care. So today I'm going to show you guys how to make some flavorful jerk chicken egg rolls. Guys, want to see how we do it? Keep watching. So for our ingredients, we're going to be using some vegan egg roll wraps. We're also going to be using some chicken tenderloin strips, some Walker jerk seasoning, a little bit of our Caribbean green seasoning, some pink Himalayan salt, some fresh cracked black pepper, and of course we'll be using our dry moon spice. And for our sauce today, we'll be using our new moon sauce. So you guys look out for that. All right, so to start off, we are going to remove this little piece of, I call it tendon from the chicken tenderloins. Now, I wanted to show you guys how difficult it was to remove this piece by just using my hands and pulling it through the fork. This is what makes the chicken tenderloin kind of that membrane, I guess. It just makes it really chewy. It doesn't really break down. So I just wanted to show you guys the hard way to do this. And I tried it twice and I noticed that I just could not hold on to that little piece of gristle, tendon, I can't remember what it's called, piece. So I said, okay, I have a trick for this. I went and got a paper towel that was nice and dry, and literally my life changed. I was able to get through pulling out that piece out of the tenders really easily to make my life as simple as possible. Now the fork trick is also a good trick to use as well, but you still have to be able to really grip that slimy piece that comes out of each one of the tenderloins. So we're going to be using our air fryer today to make our jerk chicken, which is nice and quick. It keeps the chicken nice and juicy. Now you're also welcome to do this on your stovetop or in your oven, but this is not a recipe that you want to take all day, you guys. This is something that we just wanted to make something really quick on the side. It takes us less than an hour and then we are all done. So we're going to use our handy dandy air fryer. All of the tools that you guys see me using today are available in my Amazon store by either clicking the link in the description box below or going to crystalsamazonstore.com. And that will take you to the air fryers and all the good kitchen finds that I have in there. Now, I use 1 pack of chicken tenderloins. If you're making more, you can definitely use 2 packs. This is good enough for a family of 5. But of course, if you're a family of 10 or larger, you're going to use a little bit more. Now for our moon spice, I used about I'd say a teaspoon and a half of our moon spice dry rub. And then I also used some of our Caribbean green seasoning. So I used about a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half of the Caribbean green seasoning. Remember, this is going in the air fryer. We do want them to stay nice and moist. So you can use either the dry rub or the moon spice paste to season your chicken tenderloins. Then I went and I used a teaspoon and a half of Walker Brothers jerk chicken sauce. This is the mild version, but you are welcome to use the spicy if you want it to have even more flavor and if you are okay with spice. This one has a very mild spice to it, so it's not super spicy at all. It would kind of be the spice of if you were to put black pepper in the food, which you guys saw me doing. And of course, I did add a little bit of pink Himalayan salt to this mixture. Now, I'm just using the spoon that I used to put my aromatics and my seasonings in there, and I'm using that to just mix up my chicken tenders and get them all covered in that jerk sauce, that green seasoning, and of course, our all famous moon spice. All right, so if you have an air fryer at home, great. If you don't, jump onto my Amazon store and grab one of those air fryers that I have in there. They're really super cost effective, easy to keep, easy to use. My kids actually use the air fryer more than I do, and it keeps us from using the stove all the time. Now, I lined a silicone basket with a piece of parchment paper. I like the silicone basket for my air fryer. It keeps it clean. This silicone basket is also inside my Amazon store. And basically all I'm doing is just lining the basket with my chicken tenders. They can actually touch each other, guys. They don't have to be spread apart. We're not frying them, okay? And this will also keep a lot of that moisture into those chicken tenders. Remember, this is still chicken breast. So they can get kind of dry. So keep that in mind. And then whatever seasonings I had left in the bowl, I just kind of smothered it on top of the chicken tenders. And then I put that into the actual air fryer. So now that they're done, it took me about 20 minutes to do the chicken. They're all well done. They still were nice and juicy. And in my bowl over here, a pro tip, and this is an optional tip, is I grated a little bit of ginger because we like that ginger taste in our egg rolls. But if you don't like ginger, or maybe you want to use garlic instead, you can do so. So I'm doing a slightly fine chop on my chicken tenders that just came out of the air fryer. Now, I would not say to throw these in a blender. That's going to mince them up a little too much. You do still want them to have some form of texture because they are going into your egg roll mix. And of course, we want it to have that jerk flavor. So I cut them small enough that I know I could still roll up my egg rolls and not have like sharp edges or anything like that kind of rolling around in the egg roll. And this is how you stretch out your meat. Remember, an egg roll is a combination of sometimes meats and veggies. So you do want to have a good proportion of both. And I wanted to make sure that I had a good amount of chicken to match the amount of cabbage, purple cabbage, and carrots that is actually going into my egg rolls. Now, once I got done chopping up my chicken tenders, this is when I worked on my cabbage mixture, which I did do the cabbage mixture in a pan with just a little bit of water. And I did not grate my own cabbage and carrots, you guys. I actually bought the coleslaw mix or the slaw mix from the store. And it already had the purple cabbage. It already had the carrots and it already had the regular cabbage in there or green cabbage. So I didn't have to do any gratering or anything extra. Like I said, you guys, this is a fast dish. This is like an hors d'oeuvre style dish. This is something you want to make something for the kiddos. You know, they want something different. You want something different. So we did egg rolls for the night. Now, if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Please don't forget to also thumbs up this video and comment down below at the end, you guys, and tell me what you guys thought about the finished recipe. Now, one thing I will mention with my chicken breast, once it got done in the air fryer, I did allow it to rest for about 2 to 3 minutes so that it would retain a lot of those juices. So my cabbage is all cooked now. So I'm literally just going to go in and add a little bit of our moon sauce to our cabbage mixture. So that was about 2 teaspoons of moon sauce that I added. Now, it's not going to give it a super sweetness because it's just a small amount, but this is going to add that flavor. It's going to add that moisture into this mixture, kind of like a binder, even though we're not really binding it, but we are enhancing our flavors and we are building our flavors as we go along. So I went ahead and combined my chicken and my grated ginger into my cabbage and moon sauce mixture. Moon sauce is available right now on pre-sale, you guys, at our website, EliteTotalBodyCare.com. So once I mixed this baby up, it was ready for me to go ahead and start creating my egg rolls, which this part is super simple, but you just want to make sure that you are giving it a good mix so that you have a good ratio of veggies and meat and moon sauce inside of your egg rolls. So now we're going to go ahead and start making our baby or mini egg rolls because these are not super big like the ones you get at the Chinese restaurant. So what you want to do is take out one of your egg roll wraps. You're going to lay it in the diamond shape, right? So the diamond shape should be facing you. And then I just use one of my large tablespoons and a little bit of water. So the water, all I did was use it to kind of create the glue for the edges of the egg roll by literally using the water on all 4 sides of the roll. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to start by taking your top corner or your top piece, folding it over like a triangle, and then you're going to just do this like wrapping a burrito. If you've ever wrapped a burrito, then you can wrap an egg roll. Okay. All right, so once you do that, you're just gonna roll your egg roll together. You still wanna be quite gentle. These wraps are thick, but they're not that thick, okay? From this recipe, I was able to make about 12 egg rolls, 11 or 12, I can't remember. But it was super simple. Like this part of the process, you can even show your kids how to do it. This is a great way to get your family involved in helping to prepare dinner because this is actually very fun to most children. And then the water, like I said, it doesn't matter if it was warm, cold. It really worked on either end. So I went ahead and just made sure that my egg rolls were nice and tight. That is also important, but you don't want them to be too tight. You just want them to be in nice little pockets like you were folding origami or folding an envelope or folding a piece of paper. You want to just treat it nice and delicate, okay? So I'm going to let you guys watch me finish rolling up these egg rolls, and then we'll come back and talk about the cook. So once we finish our last wrap, let's go ahead and start frying them. So in a skillet, I have about a half a cup to maybe a cup of peanut oil. I did have it on a medium-high heat. You don't want to have it on high because it's going to end up burning the wraps. And then your interior won't be hot enough for you to eat, okay? So a medium to medium-high is good. And I just place them in the pan. The good thing about these is they are dough, you guys. So really, there's not really a way to overcrowd the pan because they're so thin. And remember, your filling is already cooked. Okay, so really, we're just doing this to cook that flour and also get some color. Now, you can deep fry this as well. You can also do it in the air fryer. I have done these in the air fryer. The one thing that I will say when I did do it in the air fryer is that they were a little too dry on the exterior from that dry heat of the air fryer, which is a convection oven. So anytime I do them now, I do like to use the stovetop method with a little bit of oil. I feel that it really does need that little bit of oil to give it a little more flavor, a little more juice. But you can do it any way you choose, whether it be your oven, air fryer, stovetop, or deep fryer. Okay. Now, I want you guys to just take note of that nice crispy brown coating on the exterior. Now, I did not overfill my pan with oil, so I did have to turn these on their side for a second or two, but they were cooked really, really, really nicely. So let's go ahead and start plating, you guys. I tried to get a little fancy with my plating, but you know, your girl is still working on that, so don't judge me. And basically all I did was stack my egg rolls, and then I did cut one on a bias just to kind of show the interior for you guys to see it. And our sauce for our jerk chicken egg rolls was our moon sauce, which these were bomb, okay? It was a huge hit in the house last night. Huge, huge hit. But I also wanted you guys to kind of get an up close and personal look of what the inside of our egg rolls look like. Look at all of that seasoning. That moon sauce, guys, get your moon sauce. It's available. EliteTotalBodyCare.com. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.